What's going on, crypto family? It's Adam BitDragon here. I want to share with you guys our feelings about what's going on in the market. You know, when you look at the market, it's going to go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. At the end of the day, when you look at Metcalfe's law, it's not going anywhere. It's going to only increase in value. Now, when you look at the market compared to where the utility token is versus the security token, it's night and day, right? The security token is based on regulatory framework, has to be accredited investor, has to be on specific exchanges where only they can play in that space. And the utility token, it has a base on a utility, not regulated. It's past the Howey test, which means the security regulators believe that it's used just for utility. The regulators are coming after ICOs that are here in the US because of the fact that they didn't necessarily pass that Howey test and they're more like a security. That means, what does that simply mean? That means that if you bought a coin on the basis that you're purely speculating it's going to increase in value, it's considered a security. And or you buy into a company and you believe it's a piece of that company ownership. And or you buy into a token and it pays out some type of a dividend or some type of a payout, some type of an increase in value in any way, it's considered a security. So companies like Polymath created the Poly token, which actually acts as a security token. You're able to take money in to that token through an ICO, through a crowd sale, and it already has a KYC, know your customer, and it also has the idea that it is already an accredited investor verified inside of that. So when it's traded as a security token. The future is not going to be on the Nasdaq with pieces of paper that are traded back and forth in stocks. The future is going to be tokenization. Most of the ICOs that you see out there today are trying to play in this space, and obviously some of them did it very successfully, but some of them are going to have to change their model, and a lot of them are going to realize that they're not going to be able to get in the game at all, and that's going to keep a lot of the bad actors out. And there's a lot of scams, there's a lot of crap in our space. You know, we need to clear a lot of this crap out. If it is a pure base utility token, kind of like Ethereum has gas, and so Ethereum is a utility base to create smart contracts, and then it utilizes the gas as the fuel to pay for every single transaction that's created with the Ethereum platform. Same thing with the Neo platform. Neo also has gas. Those are perfect examples of a utility token. In regards to something that has a value to it, you look at something like Deedcoin. Deedcoin is a project that was put out to be able to really revolutionize the real estate market. So whenever you're going to buy a house, you normally have to deal with a broker, you have to do it with the realtor, you're paying about 6%. That fee is paid out to everyone in the middle. What they've done is they've created a model where they've cut out the middleman and are allowed to be able to utilize tokenization to create a Deedcoin, and you can get paid back in rewards in Deedcoin in place of a discount on your percentage for the purchase of your home, as an example. So in that particular case, you're able to save all the way down to 1 or 2% that is all you're paying for your fee, and that is considered a security. It'll be a security token. They even registered on the Securities and Exchange because they realize that they know they're going to be considered a security. Why fight the battle? They're in the real estate market and they're going to be providing an actual store of value. But they also have a coin or a utility token that's specifically used just as a utility. And so different projects are going to have different structures, but what you need to do is you need to evaluate, number one, are you an accredited investor? I mean, do you make over $250,000 in a fiscal year, or do you have a net worth of over $1 million that's provable? Number two, are you in this game for the long-term hodl to build a massive wealth? Are you in it just short-term to make a buck and get in and out? I'm going to put the disclaimer in that we're not financial advisors. Anything we say on BitDragon Live is based on our investing on our own portfolio. We don't provide any financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research on anything that you guys want to invest in. You know, we're here to provide you guys with resources, really be able to, you know, make it easier. Because when I first started, I had access to nothing. You know, I didn't know what to do. My first ICO, I set from an exchange. I lost all my tokens in the DAO back 2 years ago when Ethereum created the decentralized autonomous organization. I lost a ton of money on that, but you know what? You learn from your mistakes. I've also been phished. What does that mean? That means that I was on, I thought, the real website, but it was a spoof of the real website when they did the Kyber ICO, and we actually lost a little money on that. But here's the thing. You learn from those mistakes of others, and we call that acquired wisdom. And I hope that you're going to learn some acquired wisdom from us here in BitDragon Live. We're going to try to bring it more down to earth, more simple. Somebody told me a long time ago that if you take really simple things and make them really complex, you can't duplicate, you can't put that out to the masses. But if you take something that's really complex and make it super simple, you become extremely wealthy because you can literally share it with the masses. And I think that's what most of the models are trying to do. They're trying to make it more transparent, whether it be a transactional side of things, so you're not having to deal with all the intricacies of having a wallet and having the cryptocurrency, and the gas, and how do you set, the different parameters to make sure that you're not sending money to the wrong location. In the next couple of 3 years, it's all going to get more simple. There's going to be better graphical user interfaces. They're going to really cross-pollinate in almost every single area, from advertising or digital advertising and video and audio and decentralized exchanges and money transmission and you name it, Airbnb, real estate, you can go on and on. There's going to be so many industries that are affected by tokenization. And when you look at that, it's exciting because you're literally at the beginning of the internet. Think back to AOL, think back to CompuServe. That's where you are right now. If you were to think to be a pioneer, to be at the very beginning, the people that are the pioneers that created railroad tracks, the ones who created the railroad tracks at the beginning, you don't hear about them after they get paved over and become streets and then they become superhighways. And that's what happened with the internet superhighway. That's what we're on now. Now we're on the cloud-based, and of course, the future is literally encrypting and building traffic on a cloud-based worldwide quantum network that's built in a virtual world, which is connected to artificial intelligence that's going to probably end up being like the Terminator one day and take over us. But in the meantime, we have to control what we can control, capitalize on what we can capitalize on, and obviously have a better quality of life. Because really, why are we doing this? We're doing this so we can make everyday transactions better, everyday things that we do on a regular basis, from point A to point B, just better, just more simple. One of the things that I really truly get excited about this industry is that when you look at where it was and where it's going, it's almost like the revolution, the industrial revolution. Look at the very beginning. It was like the industrial revolution was steel mills, and they were trying to build things, and they did the printing press. And then you got to the next revolution, which was the electronic or the computer revolution. And so now we're in the internet or the superhighway revolution, but we're going to call it the blockchain revolution. And it's the future. And there's basically, the blockchain just means we're cutting out the middleman, guys. We're cutting out the middleman. We're having a trustless society. We don't need to have a third party interact. That's why there's going to be the word decentralization. It's going to be inbred in just about everything you hear about. You're going to decentralize every aspect of the telephone companies and the cable companies, and everything is going to become decentralized. And they're also going to utilize a lot of the unused space, such as Videocoin is going to utilize unused space on video servers, as an example, that are just sitting there. So, when we take a look at what we've been able to accomplish so far, and you look at where technology is going and how fast it's moving, it's super exciting to hear about, that you got virtual reality, like Spectiv VR is merging with blockchain and creating a reward-based system where you can actually get paid for content and be able to actually watch virtual reality and be able to immerse yourself in this technology. Just the other day, I was over at Best Buy and I was playing around with Fantasy Creations, and they actually literally use the physics inside of a virtual world. I was inside of there and I was building and moving and creating inside of a virtual world that I could feel what I was doing. I actually felt the weight. I could create wheels that moved. I mean, you're in the right place, guys, in time to be able to take advantage and see this and grasp every aspect of it. You might not get as excited as I do about it, but we're going to share our passion with you guys on BitDragon.live. We created this channel so we can provide resources for all of you guys that really truly want to take this journey with us. This isn't some hokey little channel where we're just going to pump and dump a coin or we're talking about ICOs. We created this channel so we have something that we can give back to the community, because we're an ecosystem where we have to come together. And I hope you guys share this video with as many people as you possibly can. And obviously, we want you to like and comment, and we want your feedback, what kind of videos you want us to do, what kind of content that you need help with, what ICOs you want us to review. We typically only review ICOs that we personally are investing in or that we will invest in when they become available on recently added on CoinMarketCap. Because there's a lot of amazing ICOs that unfortunately you couldn't get on the whitelist. They were on a lottery. They were international. They were just something that you weren't able to get involved with or you didn't know about. And hopefully we let you know about some of those great ICOs and you were able to take advantage of them. Or there were some great coins and you were able to take advantage of those. But either way, we just want to be here as a resource for you. We appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. I just wanted to do kind of a State of the Union on what I feel about the market and what we feel at BitDragon.live. So with that, have an incredible day. Take care, take charge, and we'll see you guys at the top.